You are tuning into RawNé Hour on the voice of San Joaquin in Stockton.
I broke down my old thoughts, values, ideas, and opinions and rebuilt myself. And at the end of that process, every time I would hear my old name, I'd revert back to all the negative things that happened. So I knew I wanted to change, I just didn't know what to. My mother's maiden name is LaValle because I'm French-Canadian, I'm originally from New York. So I thought, okay, I wanted that last name, I want to be more connected with that part of my life and that family. My original first name was Christopher, so that's my middle initial C, Christopher. And then I thought, well, what am I going to have for my first name? So I thought back to my childhood and growing up in the boondocks of central New York. I have two sisters, they would be off doing their thing. My mom was a teacher, she would be doing lesson plans, taking care of the house, the bills, and everything else. My father would be off doing God knows what elsewhere. So it was just literally me and the dog's Shadow. So I thought, what a cool way to honor that part of my life and that memory and name myself after my best friend growing up as a child.
That's pretty dope. So Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow.
Did they show your movie Drive on Saturday?
You know what? I don't know if they did. I heard that it was one of the films that would possibly make the cut because they needed another like 4 or 5 spots or something like that for films. But I know they had other films as well, so I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, nice.
But I know it was one of the films in the running. I did get awarded for one of the producers' awards.
As a director, how was that? Is it your first time directing a movie?
It's not my first time with a feature. I did a short film once. I've directed theater plays before. But as far as feature film, it's my first time with a feature film. It was interesting because I had to, I worked with a bunch of my friends as well as entertainment-related folks from New York State before I moved out to LA. Because I knew once I moved to LA, the chances of me working with them again in Central New York were probably slim to none. So I thought, what a great way to honor that part of my beginning as far as an actor goes and bring all those folks into the project. So I brought as many as I could into the project. I had to break it up into different parts because everything's scheduled and everything. But no, it was a great process. Everyone was very willing to collaborate and work with the material that was presented to them. And yeah, no, I was just truly thankful and grateful for the entire process. From a director's standpoint, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And as far as acting, are you in any of the running?
I'm not in the running, none of the running for this, no. Which, honestly,
maybe next year or something.
Could be next year, absolutely. I looked through the folks that were in the running for this, and I mean, if I was among them, I would have been truly thankful and grateful for it. It seems like there are a bunch of great actors, there are a bunch of great projects that they had to work with and everything. So it was just a pleasure to simply be awarded the Producers Award, absolutely.
So because this is the Equality International Film Festival, I'm going to ask you, what country are you representing?
What country am I representing? I'm representing America, and I don't say that as a cliche because we are in America or anything like that, but I say that because I think America is broken, and I try to, with the film Drive, to bring a lot of the brokenness into the viewer's perspectives. And I think as long as, my mindset is if I get the viewers thinking about their own lives and give them the opportunity to think about their own negative place in life and be able to work with that, how can I better myself? That's the message of the film. How can I better myself to be a better person and to better my family and better my friends and everything else around them? So I hopefully with the film when it releases on April 26th, that will be the message that people receive from it, that view it. And again, all the I didn't mention this before, but all the proceeds that come from the film are going to be donated to the International Child Art Foundation, which is based in Washington, D.C.
So it's going to the International Child Art Foundation. So you're looking for Drive, April 26th?
April 26th. It's going to be worldwide on www.drivethemovie2019.com. Yes, and again, all proceeds go to the International Child Art Foundation for their 2020 World Children's Fair, which will benefit all children from around the world.
That's absolutely amazing. I thank you so much for sharing your information.
Thank you for
story.
having me. Absolutely.
And the fact that the movie's called Drive, and you just mentioned what it is for everybody. So
yes.
That's going to be coming up. I'll be sharing the link with everybody that I know and in my social media.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
And yours as well.
Absolutely.
Damon, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
RawNé from Stockton, which is the voice of San Joaquin in Stockton. So we were informed that RawNé Leonard is the founder of EIFF. He asked us to come on out here and interview some of the people and those who are receiving awards and the nominees. So I'm happy to meet you. So what has you in film, how did you end up in film first off?
Well, I'll tell you, my journey in the film experience is kind of different than maybe the norm.
Okay.
I basically started from the ground up, self-taught.
Okay.
Didn't have a manager, didn't have an agent, didn't have anybody advocating for me other than myself and God. So that's how I was able to continue to move forward in getting roles, in getting, in being a part of projects and things of that nature. So it wasn't written, it wasn't a script. I went to a school called Beverly Hills Playhouse. Acting school is real prominent in Los Angeles. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they have a location out here in San Francisco as well, in the Bay Area. Excuse me. But I'm actually from Sacramento, so I used to actually commute from Sacramento to the Bay just to go to class, just to try to hone my skills, just to try to get around people who were actually doing this stuff. And that's how I actually met RawNé.
Okay.
Just being on one of his sets, and he actually kicked me off.
So now you're receiving a producer's award for this project here with Possessions.
Yes.
And
that's one of the projects, but as well as recognizing other talent that's put projects out.
Okay.
So I have a partner of mine by the name of Brian Berry. He put out a project called Hey Mr. Postman. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You can look that particular show up and you can watch it. Another friend of mine by the name of Dion Taylor. He just put out a film called Traffic, which was nominated in the NAACP Image Awards, as well as he's now putting out a project called Intruder. So you guys are more than likely will be able to go to the theater and see that, because Dion's doing really well.
The categories that you like to work with most. So Possessions is part of, what kind of film would you describe it as?
I would describe it as a drama.
Okay.
It's the concepts in that film are reality based. There are things that can really go on. It shows the dynamics of a high school football team, and this kid is a white kid. His dad is a cop, and he actually kills one of his teammates.
Oops. Oh,
because obviously everybody knows what's going on in the country. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, you're gonna know now, because I'm gonna tell you what's going on. People of color are being pulled over and they're being executed. So it just shows those dynamics, and it hits hard. You know what I mean? So it's actually, to me, a real good piece.
And where can they find this film?
You can find it on Facebook. It's actually a web series. And it's already been shot, but from what I understand, there's going to be some restructuring in some of the things, because they're going to continue to obviously shoot it. But it has the likes of Dwight Hicks, if you're familiar with him. That's two-time winning Super Bowl champ for the San Francisco 49ers, my team. But I mean, and of course there's a host of other folks. Obviously it's been brought to you by RawNé Leonard. So, I mean, just being a part of that, having my first opportunity, that was my first opportunity to be a producer on that particular project. I mean, it's solid.
Well, I definitely thank you for your time and you having some patience with the camera and everything. I definitely look forward to speaking with you more about other ventures that you're looking to get into, especially out in the Central Valley area. So he's looking to come out and speak with the youth, so we'll be talking a little bit more, exchanging some information. You guys might see him a little bit more in Stockton. So look for Damon.
And if you would, go to my Instagram. It's D Calloway _D Calloway. And then my Facebook is D Calloway.
You have been nominated for Best Female Actor for the movie of To Kill an Actor, which is actually still being filmed. And so they've already seen some footage. They really like what they see. How long have you been in the acting, in the film industry?
Since 2014.
2014, okay. And how do you like it?
I love it. Yes.
What would you say to people about that music?
That it's something, I've never felt this way about anything before, but that I want to dedicate my life to this type of work and use every inch of my body and mind to do it. And I love the challenge that it poses, but I also love the universal concepts that come out of these stories and how it can move people into new frames of thought and also connect people to each other as well.
Now, how did you find yourself with the cast and the crew that you have that brings you here to the Equality International Film Festival?
So I auditioned for them for To Kill an Actor, but I was actually in the Bay Area before moving to LA, so we had some mutual connections as well. But I really got the role from auditioning for them, and I was originally cast in a featured comedic role.
Oh, interesting.
And then at the table read, they had me read for another role, more dramatic one, and that's how I got the role of Roxanne.
Awesome.
And it went from there. Thank you.
I'm very happy to have met you. Congratulations
Nice
on
meeting you
your
too.
nomination here.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I do so much.
Okay.
You guys, well, you know me, RawNé Marshall. I'm a TV personality. I'm from The Way It Is, the Keisha Cole Show, #1 show from BET and Frankie and Nephew Show. And I branched off and started pursuing my own career as an actress. So I've been in several films and several plays. I've done a lot of motivational speaking. I also have done some producing, and I have some line producing coming up for a couple of films that is in line for me
Okay.
in the future.
So you're moving into producing from acting.
Yes, well, I want to do a little bit of both.
Okay.
I feel like working in this business and as an entertainer, you should kind of know both ins and out of all ins and out of the business. Just be mindful to build your skill set so you can know, working on a set or working with anybody else, you can understand where other people hat as far as what they're trying to pull from you as the talent and the gifts you have inside of you. I feel like you can never know too much.
That's so true.
I just,
Those people say that about the know-it-alls, but that's right. You can never know too much.
You can never know too much. So I am also proud of the fact that I've just executive produced my own cooking show called Cooking with RawNé. Yes.
That is great. Oh, how very exciting. So now acting and producing, and now you're here at the Equality International Film Festival.
Yes.
Are you here to support? Are you here to receive an award?
I am here to support a good friend of mine, Miss Jonas Kang. She is one of the talented, phenomenal actresses that I've been in a few films with, and we just have a great, phenomenal collaboration as a sisterhood. So we're good friends, and I'm here to have her back and support her. I want to see her achieve this award she deserves.
So as you come and support her, and she's supporting you with your new cooking show
And cookbook.
and cookbook. Okay, where will our viewers and listeners find your information, and where can they follow you?
Okay, everyone can follow me at RawNé_Marshall on Instagram, RawNé Marshall on Facebook, RawNé_ on Twitter, and I think that's about all at this point. We have so much more going on that I can't discuss, so I'm being mindful because there's a lot of different networks and a lot of different, things being discussed in the background.
You're mentioning how you picked up classes and everything and went to school, and so sharing that with others and the listeners and viewers who may want to know that, I think it's important to know what are the steps that you would take.
Because I went on auditions and I didn't know the language. There's a language to every job title in this world. So it's like, okay, if I'm on the set and I'm getting ready to audition for these casting directors, what are they going to expect from me? Am I supposed to go shake their hand? No, they're not shaking your hand. They don't want you to touch them. They got 1,000 people waiting behind you. They shake everybody's hand. No, you get in, you get out. Clean cut. Hi, I'm RawNé. I'm here to audition for Susan, and that's what I'll be reading for. Dive right on into it. Thank you. Have a good day. You know what I mean? There's certain little skill sets that taking any kind of course or maybe a mentor or a coach can teach you just a little bitty things that would help you make you be a professional. And people will look at you as a professional and they'll put your envelope or your resume or your bio or EPK at the bottom of the list like they don't know what they're doing. They need to go figure it out. You know?
That's important, the professional piece. And so for you being the professional, being able to give those tips, I think is absolutely amazing. Because there's some people who won't share those things.
Yes.
And say, well, figure it out.
Right.
So,
right, because the thing is you want the job. That's why you're there. You want the job. So if you're not doing your research and homework to know what they're looking for, then you're wasting your time and you most definitely wasting their time. So go in there, confident, get out there and research as far as those who want to get into the entertainment business. Take a couple of courses, talk to a few people, network with a few people, get out there to events and see how do this game go. Get a real feel understanding because I got into this business at the age of 23. As a role manager for Geffen and Interscope Records working with Keisha Cole. I had no clue what I was doing as a role manager, okay? All I know is I went on the road with her for 3 months. First time to New York in the wintertime, okay? That's why I will never forget. It was November to February, freezing, and we had to promote that first album, and I was dealing with, general manager from Interscope, the record label, magazine editors, and booking all this stuff, and then, once the reality show came upon, then she hired me as her best friend, as her sister. Like, why not? You already been on the road with me. You know what to do. So come on, get your kids and come on, let's go. So that's what it was. And now, it's RawNé's turn, and I'm building my own brand, and I'm excited. I'm extremely happy because there's just so much in store and lined up. I got a new team I'm working with, and I'm just happy,
So you guys can tap in and tune in with her, follow her on her Instagram and her Twitter, listen to what she's got going on, and you get to see what upcoming projects she has down the road besides her new cookbook and her new cooking show and doing some more producing with others. So thank you so much, RawNé, for coming by and sitting with us here at the Voice of San Joaquin in Stockton.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Renee. I appreciate you so kindly.
Yeah,
So
my
we
bad.
found RawNé, Damon brought over RawNé. RawNé,
Right.
we talked to RawNé, she let us know that she had a manager.
Absolutely.
Right. So our manager here we got here, Cali Capital, a verified collection out of Sacramento.
Yeah, let me take them off where you can see my
Yeah,
people.
let me let you know I got my eyes done for this.
So they
Them
work
lashes swinging out here, right?
doing things, got things going on. They're going to be working with WE TV,
Yep.
Basketball Wives.
Yep.
So episode 1, 2, 3, you guys.
Season 8, season 2.
Season 8, season 2.
Right.
Season 8.
Basketball Wives, you'll see me, season 8, season 2 on WE TV.
And are you guys here for awards, any nominations?
Well, yeah.
All of it.
Absolutely. As you said, you cover everything from Stockton to Merced to Madeira to, Tracy. We're going to cover it all. But Miss RawNé Marshall and Mr. Damon Stone, both of our family, our clients, but
Yes.
I don't want to say clients, but our family, absolutely. Brother and sister. So that's what we're here. We're here in support of those two people.
Aspires to be where you are, what would you tell them?
Wow.
You want to do that, or you want to?
Be authentic, be yourself, be your best self. Everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Absolutely.
And you put God first. Whatever you want to do, no matter what it is, keep Him first. Treat people right. Eat your vegetables. Whatever. Broccoli.
String beans.
Man, treat people right because this industry. Take advantage of the situation that you have. And when I mean advantage, I'm not advantage of people. Advantage of the situation.
Absolutely.
Treat people right. Pay. Everybody wants something for free. Pay, P-A-Y.
Invest in yourself, man.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
Get a good management team.
That's important. That's been mentioned a couple of times. It's very important to have a management team.
Who connected like four.
Have a team,
Right.
period. There's
Yeah.
some people think that they can go out there solo
No.
and they're just going to reach the top. They
No.
don't think that they need a team. And when they start trying to get in one little argument, they cut them off. And so then they go solo.
Very true.
This is very important. He's telling you, get a team.
Very true.
What would you, and who would you put on your team?
And you will know. You'll feel the energy and the vibe from those people or that person immediately. You know, they don't have to have a long resume. Just go off of the vibe. They say intuition, right?
A woman's
It's
intuition.
a woman's intuition. So you'll know.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. We have a lot of people who have not really pushed so much on film industry in our area, coming from the Central Valley. We're out here in the Bay, we know it's thick. Down to LA, we know it's thick.
Right.
But pushing out into Central Valley, it's really important to let people understand what is the importance of film industry. Because a lot of them think it's the music industry or some sports industry, but there's a value here.
Yes.
And I'd like for you guys, if you can, to talk about that, like why it got you started and now like to where you are.
Well, we are two people that come from a different industry. She has a different background compared to I have a different background. And so I have a radio background. She has a concert background, you know, more of a managing background. And so it's definitely something that full circle. As you guys probably know, this industry, it seems big, but it's really not that big. It's very few, and everyone knows everyone. We all kind of know the same type of people, and so the film industry fits in the same part. You know, just as much as I may be on a radio show every single day and I'm interviewing someone, 9 times out of 10 I may be interviewing someone from the movie industry. And the same thing is with her with Callie's background, she could be at the same time. She may be on a stage with Lil Wayne, but at the same time, someone's holding the camera.
Right.
And they're looking to either, you know, make that into a DVD, a Netflix original, something of the sorts, you know. So anytime you see a camera that's not on your telephone, and I see, you know, without pulling back the curtain, we're interviewing on the telephone at the same time. So the film industry plays a huge part in the entertainment business, for sure.
And it's definitely a direction that people can go with, as RawNé was saying, getting managers, getting people that are mentors and coaches.
Right.
How important is that?
The education piece is really important. Very important. You show up at audition, be prepared. You know, read your lines, study. Read your lines, Stone.
Come on now.
That's what we talk about. So always do your work, because there's 10 people wish they were in your shoes. So bring your best self to every audition.
Yeah, that preparation is key. Research is key. A lot of people try to act off of natural talent, and we understand that. We understand natural ability can get you to a certain extent, but there are industry standards in this, and that's what Callie said they were saying. Yeah, without management, you may be able to get to a certain, you know, a YouTube sensation, but in reality, that's small percentages.
Right.
You know, you need a team around you. You need someone who has those connections, who has those lines, and as she said, the education of bringing you to where you need to be.
And you have one time to make a first impression. So be early. If you're on time, you're late.
That's the truth.
RawNé talking right there.
That's the truth. But that's the truth, though. Look, we have this conversation quite a bit. I used to play sports at a high level, and I remember one of my coaches, and I had this conversation with D Stone. My coach used to say, "If you're on time, you're late," which is what Callie is saying all the time. Right. And it's the thing. To really break it down, is this: if they tell you to be there at 8 o'clock, if you're not there by 7:50 prepared, ready to go, you're late. If you pull up at 8, you're late. We need you there at 7:45 with the shoes on, your outfit on, your look, prepared and ready to go. So, I mean, if it's 8 o'clock and you pull up at 7:58, you're late. Hence what my partner said.
Yeah, I don't really have a tolerance for that. If you're looking for us, I'm gonna need you there 30 minutes.
Look, let me tell you something real quick, real fast. If you call a combination, we'll call it a verified collection.
Verified collection.
If you call a verified collection, I'm just gonna say, make sure your anus, because I'm not gonna cut it, I don't know. Make sure your backside, your rear, your hind quarters is on time, because this young lady ain't gonna play. And I can't save it.
Our time is very valuable. We have 149 people that require our
I
time.
can say
Right?
plus or minus 2.
There you go.
Plus or minus 2.
Yeah, we might be at
Take away
151.
some-
Right.
Right.
Thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you for
coming
having us.
and coming out. I know you guys have time to, mix and mingle a little bit before they get started, so I want to, don't want to keep you too much from your time, but absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you have going on, that you are, your contacts. You let them know where they can reach you.
Yeah, she got it.
And we need your information. We want to shout out their information too
Absolutely.
as well. That's what
And we got to
promote everybody
clients
here.
over there
You know
too,
what I'm
man.
saying? We are a verified collection on everything.
Everything.
On Instagram.
Including Vine, that's not even alive.
It's not even. And then we are a verified collection. You know that, right? A verified collection, spelled just as such. Cali Capital Entertainment, CALICAPITOL. And what else? Smoke a lot. Smoke a lot.
That's on everything.
That's on everything.
That's on everything.
Smoke a lot radio.
And make sure you follow us
Follow
on all of that.
We'll follow you back.
Absolutely, real quick. We got what else we got going? We got ton of stuff. We got all that on Insta Social Network, right? We got Ray James. Shout out to my big bro.
What's up, yeah?
Yup, that's one of our clients. You know what I'm talking about?
About the projects that we got coming.
Oh man, come on.
Bueno.
Man.
Shout out to Bueno in the building. Not even in the building.
American Cream. So Bueno out of
American
Sacramento, one of our clients. He's got a new movie. What was written and produced and directed by D Stone.
This one.
Absolutely, one of the judges here this year.
Family.
He's got a new
Yeah.
show which we can't give you the name, even though it's registered.
Right.
Just make sure if you're a cannabis fan, make sure you pay attention to that.
If you follow us, you already gonna know about it.
There you go.
You gotta do it. Come on.
That-
And so, King, what do you do?
Well, I'm a director, I'm an actor, and now I'm an official author.
Official author.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you start with first?
I started with acting,
And then you moved into?
directing.
And now you're with a book.
Yes.
Okay, what brings you to the Equality International Film Festival today?
Okay, well, I have 2 films in it. I have a film called The Evolution of Slavery that I wrote, created, and directed.
Okay.
And I have another film called Swept Under the Rug,
Okay.
which is kind of like an apology letter to women.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what would you say the categories for both films are?
Drama and 1 documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Which one would be the drama?
Swept Under the Rug,
Swept Under the Rug.
Yeah.
And the documentary, again, the name?
Evolution of Slavery.
Evolution of Slavery.
Yes.
Now that sounds intense.
Oh yeah, it takes us on a nice little journey of what's going on in America and where we've been and where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you nominated for any awards tonight?
I don't know. No, I'm nominated for 2 of them, but I'm just sitting back and just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
I know I'm getting a producer award, but as far as my films, I think I got a good chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, I definitely appreciate your time
Thank
and you
you.
sharing that. Can you let our viewers and listeners know where they can follow you and stay in contact and find all of your work?
Well, you can contact me on IG. It's King Jaquel Martin. That's KINGJAQUELLMARTIN. And on Facebook, you can find me the same way.
Thank you so much.
On the grind, coming strong on all fronts, making those decisions that we know we gotta make. Staying on the grind, even on our off days. Hard work, hard play, work is play all day. Moving through the jungle, mixed with concrete and the hay. Mixed with Cali Bay life and the cave life too. Concrete jungles beneath the hills, that's you. If you rockin', you from Stockton and you stay in Stockton true. Mud Village is the food that raised you.
Yeah, everything don't go my way. I gotta take the